Hello, dear Cancer. I will tell you today's horoscope for October 9th, 2025. A message of love, hope, and fortune awaits you. I know that heaven's blessings come for you. And the message for you on this day is the following. Your partner is very open to sharing their experiences of the day with you. Do the same with them. You might find a solution to a specific problem you're having. You're on the verge of falling into a state of sadness due to problems in your relationship. Don't give up and keep going. If you're in a good phase of your relationship, keep doing things right. A friend will ask you for a favor, and you won't be able to refuse due to the great friendship that unites you. If it's about money and you don't have it, help them devise ways to get it. A legal problem may arise today. If you have an advisor for these matters, give them a call. If not, I recommend finding one. Seeking love shouldn't be your priority today. The time will come. Focus your attention on work and the tasks you must complete to generate income you'll need later. Take care of your heart by avoiding saturated fats and choosing organic foods. A person who has been wanting to contact you for a while will do so via email. It will be to propose a potential business venture in which you will be a key player. Don't hesitate to accept their proposal. You are beginning to regress in your professional path. You are falling behind because you are not absorbing new knowledge that you need to learn quickly, or you don't want to lose your job. Opt for a refresher course or a workshop where you learn to use more modern tools to perform your tasks. Remember that the world is always advancing, both in theory and technology. Don't be afraid of love. You are letting the fears of the past keep you away from a person who cares deeply about you. You could lose this new love and later regret it. It's time to start dreaming again. It's a skill you can't lose. No matter how grounded you may be to achieve certain things you want, you should always have the ability to imagine and desire things for the future. You have a very good present, so don't be afraid to let your mind wander. It's not a good time to be in love. If you're already in a relationship, of course, you're not covered by this advice. You need to maintain your relationship despite the difficulties that arise along the way. This is a very good time for new projects and new ways to make money. You'll do very well if you start working hard at this point. Don't let yourself get discouraged if you do something that doesn't work out right away. Never forget that sometimes the things we do aren't very important, but within everything we do, there will always be something important, something that has an impact on others, something that people will be able to see, things that you didn't think could be for you, or that would come out of your head. For Cancer to have a good love, they just need a little more commitment from the person in front of them. So today, Cancer, you don't need things to get complicated. For every possible reason, you have to try to save things between you and your current partner, especially if you're facing real difficulties. If you're looking for a job right now, you just have to learn to accept that sometimes you're not entirely right about what you're truly deciding to do. Looking for other places to develop may be better. You never believe the advice of someone who is quite wise and could help you a lot. Change your attitude, Cancer. A very wise man will give you very important advice for your career, and it will be very useful for what you will begin to experience in it. It's time to let go of the ghosts of the past and dedicate your life to a new journey of discovery and wisdom. Someone could accompany you in this process. Don't let the opportunity pass you by. If you have the ability to take a relaxation or oriental therapy course, don't hesitate to do so. It's likely that someone will give you this recommendation today, something that will bring you great benefit. You're likely to see someone on the street or in a public place who catches your attention. You should try to meet them or talk to them. They could be looking for someone just like you. You never know how the connection with a new person who could enter your life will develop. Go for it. Cancer faces an important decision about staying at your current job. It could be that you've received a better offer than the one you already have. If this is the case, then you should make the best decision and consider moving on to a new path. You may feel like your partner is pushing you aside because of their obligations. If you feel this way, you should have a conversation. But you should also realize that you can't always be the center of attention for the person you're with. Respect their decisions and encourage their ambitions. A financial problem could affect someone very close to you, probably a family member. If you can't do anything about it, encourage them to overcome this situation. Possible problems with a misunderstanding over an account or a debt you owe will cause you more than one headache today. Try to solve the problem. There are some things coming up in your life that may hold you back from now on, but don't see them as obstacles to overcome. They're just steps you need to take to achieve more in the future. Don't wait for everything to resolve itself. It could take much longer. Love is good for having much more confidence in the things we want and what we're going to achieve in the future. You can't be thinking about things that won't let you be happy with the person you truly love. Keep your heart wide open to whatever comes next. Try to view the things you've begun to have in your life as rewards you're earning thanks to your efforts. If you want more of them, you have to work harder to achieve them. There's nothing imperative in your life right now other than taking care of yourself and keeping in mind that some things can't be resolved overnight. If you're putting yourself at risk because of something you did wrong, then you need to ask for much more security for yourself. Remember that it's essential to protect yourself from time to time. We must put aside personal pride, at least for today. There are arguments that are better left unsaid, especially if they involve two people who love each other clashing over issues best forgotten. So put away those reproaches, pretend nothing happened, and let love continue. When you look over your shoulder, you should be proud of each of your actions. And among them should be this romance you're pursuing with someone close to you, which until now has been eventful and unpleasant. Difficulties don't matter. You must live up to the image you have of yourself. The dams hold water, mud, emotions. What you carry inside is about to break. The weight of the memories you're repressing is too much. You must let go, forgive, and forget. You need to let go of all that burden to move forward. Don't risk your health to work a few more hours. What you'll gain doesn't justify the damage you could suffer. Rest and disconnection are necessary to remain productive, and what you're doing by overloading yourself with work is going against your own future. It's best to say no today. Smile more throughout the day. You might bump into someone on the street who will fall in love with you. If they approach you and talk to you, don't act disinterested. It could be someone you've been waiting for some time. Don't ask for bank loans or borrow money from anyone today. It will cause conflicts in the future. A trip to a bar with your coworkers can be a good way to smooth things over and bring you closer. You're experiencing a creative drought. If you need it to do your job, try going out more to art exhibitions or shows that will open your mind to new and exciting things. A trip is always a good solution for a broken relationship or a relationship in the process of separation. If you feel you don't want to lose that person, don't hesitate to take this option today. Love is better than ever. If you're in a relationship, you're very close, and it will be a day to make important commitments you've been putting off due to prioritizing other matters. Excellent day for Cancer. You're in a good creative moment and can take advantage of all your natural talents, as well as the skills you've learned over time. You have the option to decide the type of job you want to pursue. Therefore, if you're looking for a place to work, you can take the time today to search calmly and apply to the places you deem appropriate. You'll receive a good response in a short time. Someone who wants to take a trip with you will call you to finalize the details. If you can't make the trip at this time, ask them to reschedule. In love, you're having problems because you're neglecting the person you love or not giving them the protection they need. Pay attention to this. Life always teaches us how we should behave in certain situations. Don't stop listening to them and also considering what you should do. If you're faced with a situation where you don't know what to do today, you'll likely have to make a great effort to achieve something important at work today. Therefore, It will be very urgent for you to start drawing lines on how you could make the great leap from what you should do to the genius you can display in front of your superiors. You'll likely have to face a conflict with someone who is somewhat envious of you today. This is someone who works side by side with you, but has always been more concerned about your achievements than their own. Pay attention to this. If the crab has nothing to say today, then don't strive to make things truly better. Only when you need to do your best will you realize that the best you're experiencing right now could come thanks to the kindness of others along your way. You'll never have a good perspective if love is in the background of your life. Always remember, crab, that you have to give importance to the relationship, romance, and understanding with the person who is by your side at this moment. Don't spend all your time thinking about what you have to solve at work. It's also important to be able to see the positive in the tasks you perform daily. Even if it's a little exhausting, everything deserves your attention. Today you'll have a good friend who will give you excellent advice that has a lot to do with your health. Don't stop listening to him. If you want to make a good impression on someone who could be a potential contact for a new job or a business opportunity, you have to do it. Don't be afraid to speak up or have a first approach with this person. You could benefit greatly from your good behavior. Don't lose your patience too quickly. Practice breathing before acting in an altered state of mind. It's always a better option than letting anger out of your mind without at least trying to calm down a bit. This is something you learn over time, but there are techniques to manage it. Research the topic. If you're looking to expand your family, it's best to think about it for a moment. Today probably isn't a good day to make this decision. You need to wait for a time of greater financial stability to do so. You've neglected your family for too long now. It's time to start including yourself in the group, attending meetings, visiting, and even calling your loved ones more often. At work, you'll be disappointed because you'll be called out for something you're doing wrong. Even if you think it's unfair, you must obey and start doing things right. You're not always right. A stranger in your life will send you a message from someone who's very interested in you. It could be a good thing if you give them a chance to get closer. Don't be afraid of the unknown. You should get out there and open yourself up more to the world. If you're in a relationship, today will be a very normal day, but you need to pay more attention to the details. Your loved one demands them, even though they often remain silent. We all need to feel loved. Cancer has a more pleasant way of seeing things today, so when you truly want something better along the way, you have to stand up for your desires as well, not just look at what happens to others. That's why you have to put better things in your life for yourself now. Cancer is thinking about doing things that could be very beneficial for you today. That's why you know life is smiling brightly, and that's always an extra boost when you're clear about the love you feel for someone. Now all that's left is to take the next step. You shouldn't wait for others to get ahead of you and take full credit for a job that's also yours. That's the worst thing that can happen to you today, Cancer. You can't start anything with a gloomy face, so today you have to put the good in your path, push aside the bad, learn from your setbacks, and hope for something better. It's a very elegant way you have of saying things that bother you. But sometimes it's good to think that things can be called by their name without always embellishing them. Today's astral biorhythm. Sexual energy level. High. Cosmic dynamics you should take advantage of. Your readiness for action and the desire to finish what you had started but didn't know how to do. Dangerous tendency. Being influenced by the negative aspects of those who approach you with gossip and rumors. What to avoid? Associating with those who depress or cause anxiety. Relationship prediction. Things will go very well today if your partner is an earth sign like Virgo or Capricorn. Also, relationships with other water signs such as Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces will be more tense. The most tense relationship. There may be friction with Gemini or Aquarius. Current compatibility. You are in harmony with signs of your same element as well as with earth signs, and there is also good energy in Libra. If you are single, you will define what you feel very well, as you will know the difference between an emotion and a feeling. Today's universal number, 8. Based on this, these are your auspicious hours in matters of love, money, and business, adapted to your national time zone. 5:40 a.m., 11:10 a.m., 2:20 p.m., and 8:15 p.m. Lucky numbers, 22, 23, 31, and 38. Lucky number, 15. Try to use it in every way you can and take advantage of it because it will be with you today. Lucky color, turquoise. What you'll mainly need this month is peace, tranquility, and the presence of people with extensive knowledge and experience. Get ready for a pleasant surprise. Thanks to the help of Pisces, you'll have a lot of fun at an artistic event. Important numbers, 3, 6, and 7. There are goals in your life that you haven't achieved, and today you'll resent them. You'll also realize that you've wasted a lot of time on unnecessary things. Love is elusive for singles. Don't try to seek affection where it won't be received, nor try to fill a romantic void by dating and casual encounters with many people. It won't help you learn to love again. The path you've charted and invested money, time, and effort into may not be as bright as you originally projected. Start listening to your heart in this regard. If you're in school, it's always time to change careers. You're young, and no one is pressuring you to follow a path you don't want. If someone does, don't listen to them. Pay more attention to yourself because this is about your future and your happiness. Cancer could face problems today, so it will be important to trust your instincts. You have an opportunity today to show that you're capable of solving any problem in the workplace. Don't screw it up. Take advantage of this opportunity to make it clear that you're a top-notch professional. You need to start paying more attention to your inner desires and what your mind is telling you. It's time to listen to that voice we all have that drives us to make our dreams come true. You're letting go of this and focusing only on the bad things happening around you. Don't let these events get you down. Go back to wishing and dreaming about the things you want most. If you have children, it's time to teach them an important life lesson that will help them grow in an area of vital importance for their future. The things you've been experiencing in your professional life have taught you that you can't always trust everyone, much less all the people who call themselves your friends at work. You're probably thinking that it's impossible to have friends in the workplace. You could be right, so it's a good idea to leave your friendships outside of work behind. You don't need to take that course you've been thinking about. It's likely just an extra expense you can't afford right now. It's better to wait until it's absolutely necessary. If you have to make a financial investment today, always choose something that will give you a significant return. The fight you'll have with your partner isn't important. Don't make the problem bigger, just let it flow on its own. You've stopped believing in things that could have done you a lot of good, Cancer. And that's not right. Remember that we should never lose sight of the fact that the world can be a better place when we're not afraid of the things that may come. Don't think that love at first sight will be the answer in your life. You could face new romances in your life, but they may not last as long as you'd like. So today, realize that things in your life can be simpler if you're not constantly feeling bad about what hasn't arrived yet. It could be a good time for work and money, so you need to put a little more courage into your path. It will be very necessary for you to do some calculations regarding your path and the organization you have at home. The moments of the day when you can take certain breaks will be the best part of your day. So realize that taking certain breaks can be the best part of your journey. If you've been in a relationship for a long time, then you're likely to have some doubts about that person's fidelity today. Don't get your head around ideas. You shouldn't react to things you can't prove. Those who recently ended a relationship are likely going through a period where they're likely feeling very lonely, but don't be afraid of loneliness. It always helps us think more deeply about what's happened in our lives and the mistakes we've made. Remember that in a relationship, two people always share the responsibility, not just one. A person you've been searching for a while will appear today. You'll be very happy to hear from them. Don't forget to schedule a meeting soon so you can catch up on each other's lives. Taking things calmly doesn't mean you should neglect your obligations or neglect paying attention to the person you love or are getting to know. This is precisely the mistake you may be making. If you're dating someone new, you should also do your part and not expect them to do all the work. While you don't need to spend time on the phone answering their messages, it's important to make them feel present from time to time. Someone you wanted to keep away might show up and start working with you. It will be an awkward situation, but try to resolve it professionally and by separating work from personal matters. You need to teach your children responsibility, if you have any. Today you'll see that this is an important lesson to learn. Try assigning them some chores around the house. Take care of your hands, use moisturizers, and exercise your fingers. Gemini may feel a lot of things right now, but when they truly don't want something better just because they're afraid or don't know how they'll be able to handle it, then you have an obstacle that's not letting you advance at the pace you really need. You have to move forward well now. The Gemini heart feels very comfortable right now and knows it can achieve much more in the future if it truly begins to love and doesn't lie. It's unusual for Geminis to lie, but when they don't truly love, they can do so. Complement the work you have now with a better outlook on life. Remember the successes you've had in the past that have helped you achieve what you're now. Nothing can stop you from seeing the things you're experiencing and feeling clearly. It's not advisable to always have your mind on things that don't concern you. Trust yourself more. You have no qualms about what others think now, so you can fully support people who, despite their negative opinions, you can understand. If you've been in a relationship for a long time, then you're likely to have some doubts about that person's fidelity today. Don't get your head around ideas. You shouldn't react to things you can't prove. Those who recently ended a relationship are likely going through a period where they're likely feeling very lonely, but don't be afraid of loneliness. It always helps us think more deeply about what's happened in our lives and the mistakes we've made. Remember that in a relationship, two people always share the responsibility, not just one. A person you've been searching for a while will appear today. You'll be very happy to hear from them. Don't forget to schedule a meeting soon so you can catch up on each other's lives. Taking things calmly doesn't mean you should neglect your obligations or neglect paying attention to the person you love or are getting to know. This is precisely the mistake you may be making. If you're dating someone new, you should also do your part and not expect them to do all the work. While you don't need to spend time on the phone answering their messages, it's important to make them feel present from time to time. Someone you wanted to keep away might show up and start working with you. It will be an awkward situation, but try to resolve it professionally and by separating work from personal matters. You need to teach your children responsibility, if you have any. Today you'll see that this is an important lesson to learn. Try assigning them some chores around the house. Take care of your hands, use moisturizers, and exercise your fingers. Gemini may feel a lot of things right now, but when they truly don't want something better just because they're afraid or don't know how they'll be able to handle it, then you have an obstacle that's not letting you advance at the pace you really need. You have to move forward well now. The Gemini heart feels very comfortable right now and knows it can achieve much more in the future if it truly begins to love and doesn't lie. It's unusual for Geminis to lie, but when they don't truly love, they can do so. Complement the work you have now with a better outlook on life. Remember the successes you've had in the past that have helped you achieve what you're now. Nothing can stop you from seeing the things you're experiencing and feeling clearly. It's not advisable to always have your mind on things that don't concern you. Trust yourself more. You have no qualms about what others think now, so you can fully support people who, despite their negative opinions, you can understand. And this was the horoscope of the day for you. Consider subscribing if you liked it. I hope this reading has helped and brightened your day. Blessings.